I'm very disappointed in you. You'll be paying me compensation for this. I'll never forgive you.
Huh? What are you talking about? Nancy? Hello? Where did this come from all of a sudden?
Don't Nancy me, you dirtbag. I know what you did. You disgust me. This is what all men are like deep down. Cheating is a man's instinct. It's in your blood. This act of yours isn't gonna work with me anymore.
Basically, you think I'm cheating on you? What gave you that idea?
I don't think it, and it's not an idea. I know it's true. So stop trying to gaslight me, because you are cheating on me. And what's worse, you're not even man enough to admit it.
I'm really not.
Why even bother playing dumb at this point? The jig's up, Kevin.
No, I'm really not. You must be making some kind of misunderstanding.
I have photo evidence. There's no way for you to worm your way out of this one.
Oh, really? Show me then, because you're 100% making a misunderstanding.
Nope, I won't be doing that. I'll be revealing them when I file my request for compensation from you. In the event that you're foolish enough to refuse to pay up, I'll have the perfect trump card up my sleeve.
You're absolutely adamant I cheated, and nothing I could possibly say will change your mind, huh?
I've had my suspicions for a while now. You've been coming home later and later recently.
Sorry about that. The boss keeps piling overtime on me.
Plus, you were humming happily to yourself all morning yesterday.
Is it a crime to hum now? Seriously, is this some kind of joke?
You're an expert liar, Kevin. I'll give you that. But then, pathological liars do tend to be good at what they do. That said, you do well not to underestimate a woman's instinct. When you betray someone like this, they don't just wake up the next morning and forget all about it.
Listen, Nancy, please, can you just calm down and listen to what I'm saying?
I am calm, and I have been this whole time. You're so patronizing.
Would you mind telling me why you think I'm cheating on you then? All you're doing is throwing accusations at me and not giving me a chance to defend myself.
Washington Union Station.
What about it?
You were there yesterday, right? At night? With a woman?
I was in the area. Me and some friends had been bar hopping, but there were no women. It was just me and the boys from work.
And there it is. The lies begin. Listen, Kevin, you see, there's one little problem with your story. I was there too, with my friend. I saw you and her as plain as day with my own eyes. You were linking arms while waiting for a taxi together.
Right. And did I get into the taxi with her?
Like hell if I know. I was so incensed that I couldn't stand to watch it anymore, so I just took some photos and went home.
Did I not go home immediately after that?
Damn it, Kevin, I told you I don't know. I stayed the night at my friend's place.
I see. I gotta say, I'm not impressed. You should have more substantial proof before you go making accusations this serious. I think you're gonna feel dumb as hell when you realize what was actually going on.
Huh? Going on the offensive, are we?
I'm hardly going on the offensive. I'm just saying you're wrong. If you actually bother to put some effort into gathering proof instead of jumping to hasty conclusions, you'd soon realize how wrong you are.
Just give it up already, Kevin. You've been found out. I have photographic evidence. Caught red-handed.
The woman you saw me with? She was disabled. There were some major delays with the trains last night, so she couldn't ride the subway as planned. She was in trouble, so I helped her. She had tons of luggage, so I helped her to the taxi waiting area.
Funny how meeting a beautiful woman suddenly turns you into the Good Samaritan, huh? You snake. Plus, if she was really disabled, wouldn't she be at home or have a carer? If she was hanging around in the station, she probably wanted guys to hit on her. Ugh, what a poisonous woman.
You should be more careful about what you say.
Look how quick he is to defend his fair maiden's honor. Ugh, she's got you wrapped around her little finger, I see.
Wrong. I didn't even get in the taxi with her. After helping get her luggage in the car, we went our separate ways. I got my own taxi home when she left.
Sure you did.
I have no idea why you don't believe me.
I don't want to hear your lies anymore, Kevin. Me and you are so over. Make sure you check your bank balance tomorrow so you can get ready to pay me the money you're gonna owe me soon.
Hey, Nancy!
What?
Not what? What the heck are you doing? Your dad and brother just barged their way into my house.
Oh, they did? I did say they didn't have to do that.
You told them I was cheating on you, didn't you? They also seem to think I've been hitting you. I've never laid hands on you once in my life, and I would never. What the heck are you playing at?
You may not have hit me physically, but you did mentally. I told my dad and brother everything when I went home in tears yesterday. Seems like what you did upset them so much, they decided to take matters into their own hands. I can't pretend you didn't deserve it. You brought this on yourself. Did they mention anything about the compensation?
Why the hell would I have to pay you compensation? Not only have I done nothing wrong, but now you're sending family members over to break into my house and assault me?
Quit your whining, you sorry excuse of a man. Please, can you just calm down? Oh, by the way, I also told your company that you cheated on me. You'll probably be summoned into the boss's office sometime tomorrow. Things aren't looking great for you, Kevin. Things would be easier if you would just man up and admit what you did.
Sorry for the late reply. I was busy filing legal charges against you.
You were doing what?
I had the contact details of the woman you accused me of cheating on you with. She said she's willing to testify to clear my name.
And what grounds would you possibly have to take me to court? You're the one who cheated, you moron.
Breaking and entering.
Huh?
Assault. I already filed the police report. I went to the police station with my face still bruised and bloody, so they were more than willing to deal with my claim quickly. Oh yeah, then there's defamation. That one will be a piece of cake to prove too, since you went spreading slanderous lies around my company.
Just hold on a sec. Are you seriously ignoring what you did and filing charges against me? You're human waste.
The only human waste here is you. And guess what? It's garbage day. You don't listen to or believe a word I say. You go to extreme measures to ruin my life based on an obvious misunderstanding.
I haven't misunderstood anything. You just admitted you and Lover Girl have each other's phone numbers, for crying out loud. If that's not evidence of your filthy misdeeds, I don't know what is. You really are a Class A idiot.
She gave me her business card before she got in the taxi. I paid her taxi fare since she had nothing on her except a prepaid train ticket she could no longer use.
That's the worst lie I've ever heard. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I wish you both the best of luck before the judge. Oh, how sweet and romantic. You can even hold hands in court. It's not like a cripple's gonna be able to afford a lawyer.
A cripple? Jesus Christ, Nancy! And do you really think she's paying the legal fees? There's no way I'd let her do that. She represents the national swimming team in the Paralympics.
Huh?
The only reason we're in contact is because he said she'd testify to help clear my name because of the vicious lies you're spreading. There's no way I could expect her to cover my legal fees.
What do you mean she's in the Paralympics?
I'm not that into sports myself, so I don't know much about it. But apparently she's an athlete who came all the way from Wisconsin for a tour with her team. She just told me. She's from Wisconsin originally and lives there with her husband. So there's no way she'd have an affair.
Stop lying! Your pathetic attempts at deception don't fool me anymore.
Something tells me this cripple has got a lot more money than you. I'm just glad she's being kind enough to testify for me so I can fight and beat you in court with 100% certainty.
You're lying again, Kevin. No sooner do you breathe than you tell lies. You're trying to intimidate me into submission because you're terrified at the prospect of having to pay for what you did. I can read you like a book.
I'm done listening to you, Nancy. Give it a rest already. I don't care whether you believe me. I have no interest in engaging with someone with such a distrustful nature who treats baseless assumptions like they're gospel truth.
Why are you talking to me like that? Ugh, whatever. There's no going back now. I'll be making preparations for the legal battle on my end, too. I intend to fight you to the very end. Prepare to pay me compensation.
I've been meaning to ask you this for a while. but are you serious when you harp on about making me pay compensation?
Huh? Of course I'm serious. Why would you even ask me that?
Listen, here's the problem. The thing with compensation is, compensation in the event of a affair is paid by the party responsible for the affair to the victim. And this part is key. It can only occur in the context of a legally recognized union. Do you understand that?
Huh? Are you making fun of me? I obviously understand that.
Me and you aren't married. We're not even engaged. How do you plan on making a compensation claim that doesn't meet the basic definition of what you're shooting for? You're not my wife. You didn't know, did you? I take the fact that you've gone quiet means you're Googling legal definitions like your life depends on it.
Common law marriage? I'm eligible to claim for compensation for an affair in the case of common law marriage. We're living together. Surely that means we classify as common law marriage.
Living together? You mean you decided to move into my house without permission? Totally out of the blue 3 weeks ago. Do you really think common law marriage is gonna stand up in court despite the fact we've only been dating for 2 months?
Huh? What? Does this mean I can't sue you? I can't get compensation?
You don't have a hope in hell. One other piece of crucial information you seem to be forgetting is that I'm not actually cheating on you.
No way.
Anyway, even if you withdraw your claims now, I still fully intend on going ahead with waging legal war against you. You crossed the line when you had your brother and dad barge into my house and beat the crap out of me.
Wait. Please, Kevin. I think I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Will you forgive me? Oh, Kevin, I'm gonna head over to your place now, baby. I have to dress your wounds. You're hurt. Let me look after you, sweetie.
Don't bother. Do not come to my house.
Why are you being like this? I just want to make things up to you. I just want us to be how we used to be, baby.
There's no way we can go back after what you did. To be honest, I never want to see your face again. I will still have to see you again, though. Quite a few times, most likely. In court. It's a real shame.
Please, Kevin. I'm begging you. Listen, my head hasn't been in a good place lately, ever since I thought you were cheating on me. I haven't been sleeping or eating properly. I think I'm ill. I can barely even bring myself to leave the house anymore.
Yeah, quit your whining, you sorry excuse of a woman. You seemed healthy and full of energy a little while ago when you were making malicious accusations and calling me every name under the sun. What was it you called me? Human waste?
I just got caught up in the moment. I said that because I was hurting.
In any case, I don't want to be involved with the kind of girl who says stuff like that when she gets caught up in the moment. That's not to mention your awful views on disabled people.
Kevin, please. I'm begging you. Please, don't take me to court. I can't even stand right now. I feel so ill. I can't even walk. Please, Kevin. I'm suffering here.
You seem to be making another misunderstanding. So let me clear this one last thing up for you before I block you and we start communicating through our lawyers. You know that thing you said earlier about the disabled athlete I helped being a poisonous woman? I need you to be aware of something very important. The only poisonous woman here is you. A few days later, Nancy's family dragged her over to my place and all got on their knees and apologized to me in unison. On top of the false accusations of me hitting her, it turns out she told them another vicious lie. She told her family I'd been mocking them, saying that her dad and brother were cowards and, quote, wouldn't dare break into my house in a million years. Her parents and brother broke down in tears and apologized. A few days later, after some talks, I agreed to settle out of court, at least with her family. Sum of money was decided on, which I was then paid in full. I couldn't bring myself to take her family to court after realizing she tricked them too. Nancy was totally silent throughout, until her mom slapped her square in the face, at which point she broke down in tears and finally started talking. Apparently, she'd been pouring money into a secret gambling addiction and thought tricking me into paying compensation would be an easy way to get her out of the debt she'd built up. Everyone present was rendered speechless by the shocking revelation. This was obviously the first I'd heard of it too, but it turned out Nancy had an extreme gambling addiction. Her finances had already hit rock bottom a few months back. That's why she thought seeing me help that woman into the taxi was the perfect timing to deploy her devious scheme. I don't think I need to explain why, but after that, I told her parents. Nancy, on the other hand, won't be getting off so lightly. I made clear my intention to take her to court for defamation. False as they may be, rumors like that don't just disappear overnight, and damage was done. As bad as I did feel for her family, I told them they just have to deal with it somehow and saw them out of my house. It was difficult for me to come to terms with the fact that I dated a girl like that, and made me question my own judgment. I sent a humble apology to Elena, the Paralympic swimmer I met at the station, for all the trouble she'd been caused throughout this ridiculous episode. But she was adamant I had nothing to apologize for, and said it was absolutely fine. I did try to insist, but she changed the subject and invited me to watch her perform at a local sports tournament, and offered to return the taxi fare I paid for her. A few days later, a Paralympic ticket showed up in my mailbox. I have no intention of accepting her money for the taxi fare, but this is going to be my first time ever at a major sporting event, and I'm really excited. Being easily moved, I can't discount the possibility that tears will be shed on that day. Elena's warmth and friendliness was the first thing to put a smile on my face since the whole Nancy incident.